Our project is powered by the Sweep API. When the application is launched, we are met with the homepage. This homepage currently displays some testing directories that we have been working with. The directories listed have all been created by the user and are being stored on the Sweep API. The homepage is maintained by making the necessary GET requests to Sweep API to display the most current information. From here, the user has a few options. On the sidebar, the user is able to create a new directory, which will allow the user to have better management of their devices. This add directory endpoint allows users to state the name of the directory they wish to create. We will enter demo video. And by clicking submit, it will post that information onto the Sweep API. These changes will then be reflected on the home page. There's also a Create Stream ID button where the user will be able to create a new stream. On the Add Stream endpoint, the user will be able to select from a list of valid directories in order to create an initial stream for that directory. So we'll simply select our video directory, give our initial stream a name, and we will click Submit. This stream ID will allow all device data to be stored at the correct location within the Sweep API. Clicking Submit will post that information onto the Sweep API, and these changes will be reflected on the directory data endpoint. Now, if the user wanted to gather specific data about a created directory, they would simply click on the corresponding directory, which will lead them to the directory data page. So we will click here. This page functions by making a GET request within the Sweep API that requires a specific directory ID in order to display related data. From here, the user will find a list of created streams that are located within the directory. In our demo, we currently only see one stream. However, the directory can contain multiple streams if needed. In testing, we have created at least 30 streams with no issues. The user also has the ability to view specific stream data, and this is achieved by clicking on the stream name. The user is then sent to the stream data endpoint where a table of all monitored devices are located. This is made possible through a GET request within the Sweep API that requires a specific stream ID in order to display related data. On this page, there are two new buttons that are available to the user. The Add New Device button will allow the user to add a device to the stream ID that was created in the previous steps. On this endpoint, the user is able to enter the necessary data to properly add their device onto the stream. The name and var name field is how the device will be named within the Sweep API. The display name is how the device will be displayed within our program. They will also be able to provide a description with the device along with its units and type. Now we will just give this a name. Demo device. Demo device. Demo. Clicking Submit will post that information onto the Sweep API, and these changes will then be reflected on the directory data endpoint. We currently do not have a way to go directly to where this data is, so we have to manually go. Now we can see that our new stream has been created. The Add Data button will allow the user to add data to their newly created device. The user is then directed to a 3-step HTML form. On the first page, the user is able to select the protocol that they will be using to communicate with their device. In our example, we will be connecting to a Modbus TCP IP protocol. So we will select this. And by clicking next, the user will be able to enter the necessary info for connecting to the device. The user will need to provide the device ID along with their IP address and the host port that the device will be connecting to. So we'll simply add in some data. For the demo, we'll be using localhost and we will be connecting to our simulator on 5020 port. By clicking next, the user will need to enter the units and select the type of data that will be added. So we will be entering amps, a type of float, and finally the user will be able to enter the register that is currently holding the information on the Modbus device. So we will click select register 1105, and clicking submit will post that information onto the Sweep API, and the data will be displayed shortly. Now, while the information takes a while to be displayed on our API, I will demonstrate previous data that has been correctly displayed. Here is how our output will look like once that data has been uploaded successfully. Thank you.